So we have some great coffee to start with from Ethiopia. Then you have to have a great grinder, right? And not all grinders are created equal. This one has a burrow head, which I can't really show you, but trust me, it is a fairly high-end grinder, which doesn't overheat the coffee when it's being ground, right? So it's temperature sensitive. And the grinds come out almost perfect versus an inconsistency. So if you really want to take your coffee seriously, that's important. A proper kettle with a pour-over spout, right, which allows you to do it at a particular rate and for timing, because it should be done within 2.5 to 3 minutes, right? A Chemex coffee filter. If not, you sign up to Emily Carr and take a glass blowing course and you make your own if you're really hardcore, right? We use a stainless steel cone. Obviously it fits perfectly for the Chemex and it's ideal, obviously. You need a thermometer. Water temperature has to be between 200 and 205 degrees. Water boils at 212. You don't want it as high as 212 and you don't want it under 200. Ideally what you want is that the temperature will extract the proper amount of oils from the coffee, right? That's the other benefit of using this versus paper, is this will not retain the oils from the coffee as paper will, okay? So first off, what we do is, in this particular case, the standard ratio for coffee to water is 16 to 1. So what we're going to do is I've measured out 50 grams of coffee, okay? So from 50 grams of coffee, I'm going to grind that in here. And then from that, I'm going to add 800 grams of water. So I've set this to 0. And I want it 0. And there's 50 grams of coffee. And we're going to add exactly 800 grams of water. Right? What we're going to do is we're going to measure the temperature of the water so that it comes in between 200 and 205. In this case, we don't want it too warm. We're at 204, 205. We'll bring it down slightly. And that should be enough to hit, that's right, between 200 and 205. Okay, yeah, we're good. And then it's a slight pour over. What some people do is they put in this case, they put in 100 grams of water. I don't know if the camera can pick this up, and it will start releasing its gases, right? They let that sit for 30 seconds to a minute, and then we'll do the rest of the extraction. The extraction should take about 3 minutes to do the whole process. Right? So it's fine now. I find the clockwise method, the Australians, they seem to go this way, but I find clockwise seems to work. Personal preference. Right? And again, if you would have a timer here, and you would time this. But I've done it enough that I usually get it out within 2.5 to 3 minutes. It's pouring now at about 200 degrees. Once it's in the Chemex, we're going to let it sit for a couple reasons. One, it will settle, and two, you don't want to consume the coffee until it's about 135 degrees. Coffee is too warm. Right. So, and most of the people that we service at the Elysian Room, they drink the coffee black. Cream and sugar is included, they say, in the coffee. It's sweet and it's creamy. And that should just be taking another minute. That's coming in at about 180 degrees. So we're going to let that sit until it gets down to about 150. And when we're done, there'll be sediment at the bottom. which you can take home with you if you like and add to your garden. It's good for the rutabagas. And then that's it. That's how. The coffee's dropped to about 150 degrees, right? It's sat for 3 or 4 minutes. It's now settled. I'll pour it. Even then, it's still considered a touch warm. You'd wait until it got to 135. It would be fine. Give it a go. Are we letting the help have some, Mom? Like the guy in the camera? Is he?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Give that a shot. All right. Let's see what it is here. Yeah, it's about 140. It's about 140. There you go, Mom. All right. So it'll drop much faster, obviously, in the cup. It's 144. There you go, Dad. And that's how you make a great cup of coffee. You would sip it. You wouldn't have it with cream and sugar, and you would enjoy it just like this. And you'd drink it as you would a fine glass of wine, and pick up the notes, the caramel, the sugars, the sweetness, the stone fruit, citrus. That's a delicious cup of coffee.